What is up, everyone? Happy Monday. Monday. Yeah, Monday. By the way, if you are watching, comment if you're going to IWCA. Yes or no? I'll be at IWCA starting tomorrow, and I'll be in through Friday. So if you're there, awesome. If you are, make sure to say hi because so many people they just don't say anything because they're like, "Oh, you were busy," and yeah, I want to say hi. I want to say what's up to you. So either way, if you are going, let me know. But we are going to be talking about water-fed brushes today, the exciting world of brushes. But I have something new that I want to kind of show you. Now, this has been in works for a while. It has been split tested for also quite a while. And this brush style is absolutely new to the Zero line. It's actually pretty cool. If you haven't used this style of brush, I'm showing you kind of now a lot less fibers than a typical brush. Right? And the width of the brush and the way that it kind of splays out is actually a little wider also than a typical 12. And this type of brush is right now only in nylon. Um, Nylon is a really good brush for like frequency cleans. So if you're cleaning something regularly every month, every few weeks, a nylon brush is actually pretty cool. But if you haven't seen this style of brush before, comment or say hi anyway. But that I'm going to show you kind of the inside flock of that brush. And so in this brush, you have your outside, and then you have your stiffer inner fibers. See? And that is your push, like you're scrubbing, right? So in any dual trimmed brush or dual flocked brush, you have your inside fibers and your outside fibers. And your outside fibers are the typical ones that when you push on the glass, they open up and they sit. And the sides of your brush are actually what clean. On this particular brush, you have that inside two fans, fan blades, if you will, of jets, not the jets, but the bristles. And that's what your deep scrubbing is. So when you're scrubbing, you have two contact points, just like normal. The harder you push, the more the contact is. And this brush style is really, really pretty cool. This thing is crazy, crazy light. The block on this is aluminum versus a plastic block. There are bumper sides, which are really pretty cool, which I'll get into a bumper in a second, which is another new thing that's come out. It's pretty awesome. And then on this one is the swivel. You have two rinse bars and the fitting for the rinse bars, which is great. Also, when you get this brush, it comes with your connections. So you can connect it to a standard 5/16 OD or a high flow hose, which, as you know, is a little bit bigger. But super, super cheap. Not cheap, light. Super, super light. It is 0.54 pounds. So half a pound is what this thing weighs. Nothing. Very, very cool. Now, just like a normal brush, you want to make sure when you're setting it down, you set it down on the back and all that. What's interesting about this brush is that this style of brush has been around since 54, maybe something like that. That's when the first patent came out for this style. Of course, the patent has run out for that, but that's style's been around a long time. But what we're used to in window cleaning is more this style. This is a full bores hair. It's the normal kind of brush. I grabbed it in full bores here, but you can get this also in nylon and everything. This block does weigh more, and the fibers, because they're thicker, hold a lot more water. So the weight of using this brush are going to be higher than you may have used before. We're used to this though. We're used to that size. So to come out with an ultralight brush, this thing it weighs like nothing. So switching to something like this, it might be actually worth a try. The full nylon version on this brush is at 149. Um, it's it's a fantastic brush. It is brand new to the market, and I just really like. There's like laser etching on there, and it's just really kind of well constructed. This thing's been kind of in the works for a while, kind of trying to get the iterations right and all that, and really nice. One other thing, when you get this brush, there are other companies that sell the style of brush, and you get like this plethora of parts of like, you know, it's like Legos. This is all together. This is how you get it. And I wish I would have had the packaging, but I took it out of the package and I left the package at my house instead of showing you. But it comes when it's boxed up and it comes in a foam insert. Um, really well put together. Just a great brush. So if you haven't had a chance to check it out, it might be worth it. I'll put the link in this video too, so you can check it out. Or of course, call me because that's what I do. If you want to order one, this is the first run, so we may sell out. Kind of headed that way, but let me know. We'll get you one ordered up. And here's another thing I wanted to show you. By the way, if you're here, say hi, thumbs up the video, subscribe to me because that's what everybody wants you to do. But here's another pretty cool thing that is out now. Obviously, this is super flexible. It is like a silicone type material. This here can go onto any blocked brush in the zero line, and it slides right over. It actually goes onto the block, just like that. It wraps around, and now not only are you, you got a really kind of cool, eye-catchy design, but that block now, when you're hitting any type of sides or anything, you have a cushioned, if you will, kind of softer side. So you're not bashing it into the window. It's not making such a loud noise. When you have this style block, you see that the flock doesn't kick out as much as say that style to keep you kind of away from the sides. So what ends up happening is these bristles go, your block hits the window or the frame, and that's totally cool. It's not a big deal. It's just kind of loud sometimes. So any of the traditional blocks in the zero brush, you got boar's hair, hybrid, synthetic, which is nylon, all will take the new bumper. And if you got the 18, look at this. We got the for the 18 and for the regular brush, which is pretty cool. The thing with poles is obviously okay. You have a pole, system, brush. Those are like the three kind of pieces, and then of course hose to connect it and whatever. But the system produces the water. They all produce the water. Now you're talking about flow and stuff, but if you're like, hey, half a gallon standard flow is fine. Any system does the exact same. Um, you guys know I'm a huge fan of zero, but any of those systems are producing the same, and they're producing the same type of water. The brush comes into play when you use that with your pole, and that's what really has the difference. That's why you're seeing the innovation in poles. The stiffer the pole, the better scrubbing you can do. But the real work comes when it comes to brushes. And you're like, well, why are there so many different types of brushes? And the real reason is because there's different types of jobs. Like the full boar's hair brush, this is what you're using for really gnarly stuff. But a side note is this brush will always scrub better than a standard brush because the bristles are softer and they lay out. When you're using this at height, so say you're up 90 feet, which I don't ever recommend going 90 feet. That sucks. It's like wrestling a gorilla. But if you go up that high, you want to have a super soft brush because you're not able to convey enough of the pushing power at the bottom in the bend, right? So it's all about brushes. It's all about the scrub. It's all about what happens. If you've used a brush and you're like, this Waterfed, man, I just can't get the windows clean. It's not the Waterfed. It's not pure water. Pure water is scientific. It's yes, that works. What it is the brush. And this is if you have a brush that like wears out, they don't scrub quite as well. Natural fiber like this tend to break when you're using them, and wear and the thin side of the fiber comes, you get a little bit of hair loss, but it's totally worth the difference in the scrub. So brushes make a difference and they're always really kind of worth trying. I mean, this new style brush you didn't know maybe that you even needed, but it's really, really a cool brush. Worth trying. It's so stinking light and really, really well built. So if you think you want to try it, let me know. I would love to put your orders in 862 I will be in IWCA tomorrow. Actually, I fly out tomorrow. It's in Las Vegas this year, International Window Cleaning Association. It's the convention. It is Wednesday, Thursday. This year is the actual convention. Usually, I think it was like Thursday, Friday. But anyway, so yeah, off to Vegas. If you're going to be there, please do say hi. Stop by the booth. We'll have two booths running, giant booths in the Zero and for WCR. So come say hello. And if you guys do want to get one of these brushes set up, please do let me know. I would love to put that in for you. So give me a shout and we'll talk.